Well, good evening, everyone. Actually, good morning, right? We're in C, but we're in LA. This makes no sense.
Afternoon, because it's 2 p.m. there.
Is it 2 p.m. there?
Yeah.
Man, I'm jet lagged.
Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Beyond the Summit Kings Cup 2. And this is actually day 5. So many action happens in the first 4 days of the tournament. And you're here with me, Xyclopzz and Danelie. Where's the other two guys?
I don't know. We just sort of came in like this, but yeah. Oh, okay. Hello. Oh, right. Okay, we had some
What's going on?
altercations. So Jenkins lied to us and said that he was leaving yesterday. What happened, Jenkins?
I don't have a mic.
You don't have.
I go into this.
Go whisper in Cyclops' ear.
Apparently my flight was actually tomorrow, and not today.
Damn fool. He was wrong about his schedule.
Unbelievable.
It's
Yeah.
ridiculous. And we caught him playing pubs with Trent and Lacoste.
I was
He
trying to.
was
I was honestly,
easily
to be totally honest, I was trying to take the day off, just relax on my last day, and really yesterday was my last day. Today is my last day, and I was just trying to relax with Trent and Lacoste.
Lacoste.
Yeah. the cost of playing with Lacoste is that I'm late
Yeah.
today. That's the problem.
We thought we got rid of you. We thought we were going to have
Finally.
gods. We
No.
thought we would actually have
No.
competent analysis here
Absolutely
for once.
not.
Apparently, you got subpar analysis
Yeah,
again.
you're. In fact, I'm gonna give you absolutely no analysis.
Don't apologize to us. Apologize to them.
And you got to apologize to the king.
This is
Snake King? He's in this tournament.
overall. This is something that people were not expecting, and I think we're all going to have to adjust a little bit for it.
Mm.
And
I mean,
Admiral, Dota, and Tigers, like, how are you going to apologize to them? They're picking Elder Titan for crying out loud. Do you see what you've done to these people? First phasing Crystal Maiden.
The thing is, sometimes in life, there's a snowball effect, there's a domino effect. So you do certain things happen. All of a sudden, you have an Elder Titan on the side of Tigers. And that's where my life has become at this point. With you.
I just hope you understand that your actions have consequences, and these butterfly effect actions, they're far-reaching.
I'm starting to understand, exactly like you said, like I'm a caterpillar, and I'm going to bloom into a beautiful butterfly.
I think you'll be a moth, not a butterfly.
I don't think I'm going to be a moth. Do moths even have... Do they even start off as caterpillars? I
They have the same life cycle.
little beetles or something
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
just like you're a caterpillar, you want to be a butterfly, and then you end up being this ugly shit moth.
I think moths are absolutely beautiful.
You're just trying to justify being a moth.
I am trying to
Damn.
justify being
Look at that. That Venomancer Venom have sprayed. Now Tiger, who just lost to Venomancer yesterday, picked it.
maybe there's some validity to the to the AoE and to the build that nobody has been doing.
Mushroom cloud.
Yeah, the mushroom cloud. This is kind of the way that talent builds work, is that people are like, oh, this certain talent is just terrible, and then people start going it, and then they don't even consider the other talent.
People thought that Auto Remnant at 25 on Storm was bad
They
when
did.
it first came
They
out.
did, yeah. And we saw Storm Spirit yesterday go for the 0.5 vortex duration, and every single person would go for the attack speed. But it's like, when you think about it, the attack speed, it's so little for a level 20 talent. It's so little. It's just that it's on a Storm who, when they added talents, was very broken. So
Yeah.
that's why the talents aren't that strong. But
Then what do you think they're gonna use to clean up after the Venomancer? Yesterday we see a Venomancer and a Bloodseekers cleaning up. So
maybe this was actually a deny pick. Deny the Veno Bloodseeker.
Could be.
Because
See?
that was a pretty... I mean, that dare I say, that was better than the Ancient Apparition Bloodseeker combo.
Yeah, I remember
Because
those.
you don't have to even set up anything. It's just you walk in, you press R on Veno, and then all of a sudden Bloodseeker is this absolute monster.
Not just that, though. I mean, you look at Admiral. If they had a slot for Rubik would have been a pretty decent pick. You get the magic resistance from your Rubik, which it helps even a little bit. And then you look at all these spells that you could have stolen from Tigers as well.
You think they're gonna pick Rubik?
No, they can't anymore. Like,
Maybe.
look at what Admiral has. Like, do you want to put a Rubik with a Wyvern? No.
Maybe 4 Rubik offlane. Well, no, Tiny's probably mid.
No.
We're not seeing an offlane Tiny
No.
very often. This is not so much of a common pick, at least in SEA. I know in NA people are still kind of picking it, but it really feels like he does what he needs to do as a support. The same sort of stuff that he'd do as an offlaner, and when you're mid, you can actually get like your Echo Saber and your Shadow Blade early enough that you can kill cores with those items. There's like no middle ground.
Teamfight situations, Tiny's known to burst people, and like Danelie was saying, the potential synergy between the Venomancer and the Bloodseeker for long drawn-out fights where you get a bunch of thirst stacks on your Bloodseeker. So far, this isn't looking like that's the plan. This Bloodseeker is having to deal with a bunch of heroes. Like Wyvern kind of accelerates thirst stacks with Arctic Burn, but not really in teamfight situations. Just in the laning phase can you really expect it. So this 5th pick is going to have to be some mid hero, I'm assuming, that is also willing to have long drawn-out fights.
You would think so, yeah. Like some sort of synergy within this draft for fighting.
Maybe a Dusa.
A little greedy. It's the only thing.
With a Tiny Tidehunter?
I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of that hero in general.
So how was your
Bristleback.
guys' sleep
Man,
yesterday?
I'm a fan of that hero.
How you sleep?
I was watching some North American Kings Cup, actually.
I see you playing frisbee with yourself.
Yeah,
Oh,
that too.
yeah,
I gotta entertain myself. You guys, my sleep schedule isn't linked up with your guys. So like the past few days, I've been going to sleep, like basically as soon as I get there, and then after I had a few days on this shift, now I'm awake whenever I come home, and you guys are going to sleep immediately. And
What-
this dude was supposed to not even be here, so I gotta keep myself busy somehow.
That's kind of sad, man.
It was sad. I felt sad.
Hey, you're drinking by yourself though, aren't you?
Well,
I'm just saying.
yeah.
I wish I had known that I had another day. I would have got drunk again and made another.
Do you see what you
made
did
another
to us?
pack.
He was drinking alone. I was playing frisbee by myself. Who knows what Danelie was doing?
I was sleeping. Although I had really bad sleep. I'm afraid my body's like trying to adjust to LA time zone, and it's just like, why are you sleeping during the day?
Your body is telling you that what you've been doing for the past week is slowly killing you, and you need to stop.
It's weird. I have to like shut all the curtains, all the windows, turn all the lights off so I can simulate nighttime. Otherwise, I can't sleep. It's weird.
I have found my sleeping pod. I sleep under the stairs.
Oh, you took that
Yes,
spot.
yes.
You took the Harry Potter cupboard.
Yes.
Yeah.
At
Is it-
first,
wait, take the glasses off. Do you have the scar?
what?
Take the glasses off.
The lightning
Why?
bolt scar.
Do you have the scar?
Are you not Harry Potter? Oh, he's not.
I think you got the eye bags there.
I actually have some scars here, you know.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah, if you're zooming in, that's a scars here, a small one.
From what?
Voldemort.
Yeah, I mean day one, right? When I arrive at the house, the guy just showed me, hey man, here's a room, here's another room under the stairs, and I thought to myself, who is going to sleep in that one, mate?
And Cleo is
Why
like,
do you
oh,
show me this?
it's gotta
And
be
then-
me.
and then was like, oh, cool. And then we go up, right? Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna pick this one. It looks grand and stuff, you know, have some big bathroom.
Windows though.
Yeah, looks nice wheels. 4-day pass. Never mind, man. Just move to understairs.
Just downgrades himself.
We
We're
need that
vampires.
When you're sleeping during the day,
Yeah,
it's
if you're-
actually the best option.
If you're underneath the cupboard, I mean, like, all you care about is just insulation from the outside world, and that's why you live underneath the stairs sometimes.
Yeah, I'm definitely considering like sleeping in the shower or the bathroom or the
Oh,
closet.
Yeah.
Just like what Tsunami's been doing for the past couple of days.
Pretty
Yeah,
legit.
but that's after I get my whole night's sleep. That's like my backup sleep. I gotta meditate for a little bit.
So-
Yeah.
Tiger is going for the Tiger lineup. They got Luna and Mirana, surprisingly enough. Lots of team fight.
Man, this one's gonna be great.
The most important part about this draft on the side of Tigers is that their cosmetics look really great.
Looks bling bling.
Yeah,
Wearing all the chains.
yeah, exactly. My thoughts precisely. Take it away, play by play.
I don't like this Clinks pick. for the same reason why I was mentioning earlier in the draft. Clinks is also a hero who insta-gives a target, does not want some long drawn-out fight. He wants to death pack something, get rid of one target immediately with one strafe cast, leave for a little bit, and then pick off like a Crystal Maiden. But we'll be taking a look. I'll be taking a look at what's going on in this game. We got Tigers on the side. Oh wait, we don't have any. For some reason, I still want to say Earth Nation and Earth Kingdom and all that stuff.
Do you want obs or do you want me to obs?
My hotkeys are not what I'm expecting.
Well, we
Do you want to quickly change them?
try the old Jenkins obs.
Jenkins, it sounds
Alright,
like you want
Jenks.
decrease.
Ob
Hey, man.
yourself up, my friend.
Do you,
Sure, I'll
do you guys
take
want decrease this game, or do you want to just sort of wing it normal style?
Okay, so
It's not. We haven't absorbed our roles quite yet.
Yeah, I think we
Okay.
should start with a normal style,
Alright.
so viewers could experience variety style of things.
Regular dotes before going to some crazy
Yeah.
things, right?
So, guys, we are in the game, but before we start today, I would like to do the intro about what are we doing here. People will be like, what is the 4 clowns doing here? Right? It's actually the Beyond the Summit Kings Cup, and we will have 4 roles in this show, which is King, Wizard, play-by-play caster, and analyst. Well, as obviously play-by-play and analyst is gonna cast the game, and the King's Wizard just gonna do cast some spells that you can hear it from the stream. Yeah, something like that. That show me some long good one.
Oh God!
Okay, yeah.
Three things at the
Some
same. Sorry,
crazy
guys.
stuff like that.
Sorry.
And the King, just be like me. Just be King.
just chill out.
Chill out. Sleeping, taking a nap on a throne or whatever, or trying
Make
to
decrees.
make the cast explode.
Okay, Tsunami, you ready to observe?
Yeah, I'm ready to observe.
Awesome.
All right.
You know I am.
I'm observing. You're observing.
Aight,
Looking good so
man.
far. Ooh, look at that.
Yeah,
Last
yeah.
hits and denies up there
You like
already.
this? So the real play is whenever I can incorporate smooth camera, but I'm not that high level quite yet.
No, I think you better go for manual.
Do you use camera grip in your day-to-day Dota activities?
Oh, you mean like mouse 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Nice, nice.
So I used to be a big edge pan guy.
It's kind of the same as that.
Yeah. So edge panning used to be my go-to, but it was a little bit too finicky at times, especially when you're playing heroes that do quick casty things and whatnot.
I think
I think Baccarino's gonna die in the top lane.
Oh.
Now,
Good
so
job.
I'm doing some obsing, but somehow I cannot hear myself.
Yeah, we're not hearing the game either.
I mean, I can hear myself, but I can't hear.
Oh,
her.
there
Ah,
it is.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds
Alright.
good.
There's some
Hey.
production
Alright.
magic.
Yes.
These guys are quick, man.
Whoa, gotta props to our production team in this tournament too. You know, all look neat and clean and very, very smooth. Right from day one, we barely experienced single problem. But today,
Mid lane matchup, we've got Bloodseeker up against the Mirana. Top lane, it's looking like to be a tri-lane. We'll see how long Crystal Maiden sticks
yeah.
around here. To Crystal Nova at 1, which seems to imply that she does want to stick around. Now, we saw 1437 play this hero earlier and took Frostbite at 1, if I recall.
Yeah.
And you were not a fan of that.
No,
Or-
I-
well,
I was a fan of that.
Yeah, yeah, you gave a case for it. Whereas most people do take Crystal Nova at 1, but it seems to be situational. This is a dual lane setup. They really want to shut down this Clinks, and Crystal Nova's the best job at doing that.
Right.
So, Tsunami, you actually hated the Clinks pick. Like, how would you adjust this pick to suit the needs of the game? Because Tiger's obviously looking to just go for this massive 5-man big ball team fight.
Right, I'm hoping that Clinks, rather the Bloodseeker has to adapt his build. The Bloodseeker is not going to, I don't think you go like Radiance or stuff like that this game. I think you go for Blade Mail, and Saint Yasha isn't very a popular item anymore, but what would you consider Jenkins to be an ideal build for a Bloodseeker this game?
Probably just Blade Mail BKB. He just wants to run in, tank, use spells, force spells on himself, and then let his team do the rest.
Are we mostly just going to say like the split push style that we've seen from some of these teams to draw the game out longer? Because I'm not sure if the late game for Admiral is going to be able to compete with Tigers.
I think that's actually all right too, to do the sort of split push style on the Clings.
Draw the game out long?
I think draw the game along, but you can also do the split push style and get a gold lead and then take a fight around some sort of power spike. Like split push doesn't necessarily mean that you're drawing the game long. It's like you're drawing the game until you hit a specific power spike. Like let's say you get like a blink on Tide, you get like a BKB on Clinks, whatever it is that you decide where you want to actually take a fight. The split pushing essentially just like forces the enemy team to respond to you, and then you can take a fight when it's like a 5v4 or something like that.
But when is when is it necessarily the best time for Admiral to take fights?
Whenever they have Ravage up. Honestly, they really need BKBs too on the Clinks and the Bloodseeker, so probably small skirmishes until that point. Big skirmishes with the Ravage, and then small skirmishes otherwise. And then they get the BKBs. Once they get the BKBs, they can definitely fight. There's basically all magical damage from the side of the Tigers until the very late game. So big BKBs are going to be the big item this game. They usually are, but this game more so. Especially with the Elder Titan aura with the Veno. Like that's going to amplify the Veno ulti significantly, obviously. Does so much damage.
I'm curious, so I haven't really seen Moon play Veno that much at all. I don't feel like it matches his typical playstyle, but is there any way that he could itemize specifically to deal with these most likely early BKBs that are coming out? As now we get a stomp onto the top lane, but the Avalanche is going to cancel out that cast of the Echo Stomp as Winter Wyvern comes back to this top lane and turns it into a try-v-try for a brief while.
I've definitely tried itemizing Venomancer to not care so much about BKBs, and it's usually just filled with regrets doing that, because the kind of point of the hero is that you force out the BKBs, you know what I mean? And you just kind of be okay with that, and then there's that period where the BKBs are long, where you lose fights, and then all of a sudden they get short again, and the Veno ulti lasts for 20 seconds, so... Oh, look out, Clinks. He's got so many one charges.
Activate Strafe as well, just in case.
Yeah, that's the one thing where Clinks is relatively strong this game, is that you have 4 ranged heroes. So he's quite hard to kill with the Strafe. They do have a lot of magical damage, which is something. But you need the right clicks to like finish off. The magical damage isn't enough to take from start to finish. At the very least in like a tri-lane scenario like this.
Thankfully, the disables aren't projectiles. The Lucent Beam is going to be able to get a cast. The Frostbite into the Echo Stomp just like that. We'll be able to get a cast as Moon Meander dies on the bot lane, but there's no detection for this Clinks, and Moon ends up dying to a rotation from a hasted up Tiny.
Haste is such a solid rune versus the Venomancer. You just run through all of the wards, all of the bullshit. That hero gets like annihilated by Lycans and things like that. Invises are great against him too, because you just run through the wards. He's about like securing an area.
Feels like he has his bot lane secured. A tree gets grabbed right in front of him. Mango consumed as well. Avalanche toss, wand cast to make sure he has the mana for it.
Nice
into the anchor smash, into the tree grab toss, and Moon's going to go down right after TPing back to the lane. Yeah. And he's not going to have a TP available.
My man, Moon.
We've seen that happen before. That is.
Where's the tip, though?
What?
What? I think that was a misclick.
Yeah.
It's so funny to see that happen.
Seen Moon die twice. Are you expecting any rotations? I guess they are moving the Elder Titan.
He's going straight back bot.
They're going straight up top as well. 1437 taking a fair amount of damage from this Clinks and Wyvern. But they're both going to
Clinks is getting absolutely demolished in this lane. Oh, the salve gets cancelled too.
But with the Elder Titan leaving the lane, is this going to be easier for Clinks now? It's mostly Luna CM.
I still think the Luna CM will be able to do well against the Clinks. They have the Shrine too. Ooh.
I think
that's a nice timing.
Oh, you mean the Radiant Shrine, yeah.
Yeah. Mirana's doing quite well against this Bloodseeker too, surprisingly.
Lane, Avalanche into the Gale. Zephyr gonna try to get his Echo Stomp cast off, but he's gonna die yet again. And Li Feng is just gonna TP. This is a very mobile Tiny. At least it seems that way. But mainly he's just hiding from the bot lane while being in the bot lane.
He's doing a really nice job actually with these rotations. A lot of the time Tiny's run around being useless.
Yeah.
What do you think the mid game looks like? I mean, from 15 minutes or on.
It's difficult to read right now, I feel. As now Echo Stomp on the Tide under in the bot lane. He does not have any sort of wand or anything. Accepting his fate. Buying out all of his gold. Has 21, 22, and he loses 6 gold in the end.
Oh god. He's getting the Dominator. I actually really like this item against the Veno. You might think, why not Pipe? And it's just because the Dom Aura gives everybody so much regen that you can just regen through the Veno. And then eventually he'll get a pipe, of course. But the Dom is actually quite nice against the Veno as well, especially if he picks up the Satyr.
How do you like this Mirana mid? It has been very popular back in the Dota 1 scene. And lately people just use that Mirana to play like maybe off lane, playing utility.
Toss on the bot lane into a Ravage.
Free blink, baby.
Wow. I can't believe this dude's already level 6.
I remember back then when you play 1v1, right? Mid, one person pick Mirana, another person pick Shadow Fiend.
Yeah.
They just have to do that and then just switch one to Mirana between Shadow Fiend.
Tsunami, can we take a look at hero levels? I want to see Moonmeander's levels. Okay, so he's still getting levels. He's not really getting denied. Yeah.
He's trading his life, but the Tide's only got 4 denies. He's actually not doing much. Ooh, he's right outside of that nuke. I'm surprised that Mirana's doing so well mid, but that's every single time I see Mirana, I'm surprised because it's any Mirana matchup is a very skill-dependent matchup. You're basically sitting there faking arrow and using the Starstorm, and just showing that you're going to be aggressive and using that to zone.
And that is a phase boot Mirana mid.
A Facebook Mirana?
Phase boots.
Oh, phase boots.
Yeah, you can.
You hated phase boots, right? Or was that a different hero?
Oh, well, I mean,
Invis Tiny.
not a huge fan of
lane.
phase boots on ranged heroes.
Toss into yet again another anchor smash. Moonmeander. There's no rest for the wicked here. Jamesy comes in for a free kill. Absolutely not necessary rotation to make that kill happen, but it's free experience. Why not go for it?
Hey man, he's so afraid of this Mirana mid. He's just posturing so aggressively.
Part of the problem that this Bloodseeker's falling behind is because while Admiral are doing well at getting kills, they're getting them so fast that Jamesy doesn't get the benefit of that thirst damage.
Right.
Veno just goes from 100 to 0 in 5 seconds. He's like, great, you
hate
hate
these burst heroes, man.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
telling you.
That's what I'm saying.
These burst heroes, this is the Yule Scepter for today.
Yeah,
man.
exactly.
Why would they draft these burst heroes?
Avalanche into a Gush, into the Hadouken from the completed Dominator. Echo Stomp gonna go full. Li Feng waiting for his tree grab
nice
cast.
block.
And he's gonna maybe get
God.
out just fine, but the Hadouken gonna finish him off. It would have been a real sick play if he could deny himself with that Satyr
would've been
and
sick,
get the
yeah.
Hadouken.
We have to say helmet on worth right there.
Yeah.
For sure.
Hey though, I mean, who died first? Let's see. Oh, he got the kill on the Elder Titan first. Okay, that is worth for sure. Although if you're Moonmeander, you're pretty happy with that. He's
yeah, he gets a lot of time by
he's
himself.
been having a little bit of a rough time, yeah.
So even though we're seeing all these kills on Admiral, the CS charts are still in favor of Tigers. Like, this doesn't necessarily mean Tigers are out. They didn't lose the laning stage.
Rupture on the mid lane. She can't leap anywhere, even though she has charges to blow. Starstorm does quite a bit of damage onto these two engaging heroes. Li Feng just barely gonna walk out. No, a Maiden right click finishes them off, as well as Jamesy going down to Mirana herself.
So if anything, would you say Tigers are happy with the laning stage?
Of course, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. The Luna's farming. This hero
It's rune fight time.
Oh.
they missed.
Clinks abandons it wisely.
That's a nice play from the Clinks though. Just like going invis, at least showing that, hey, I'm posturing to potentially contest this. So
Yeah.
I am
it's not just a free rune.
tempted to play that Venomancer in top now.
Arrow not gonna connect.
Wow.
Nice.
He went for the hard read, but Clinks did not blink. And the courier?
This tempts you to
Tide
play the Veno.
Will I be successful playing Veno in NA?
Yeah. Oh yeah. People play it. Brax plays a lot of Veno. That guy's rank like 20
Do
or something.
NA people know how to deal with this hero?
No, they run into it and die.
Nice.
I think they know how to deal with the support version of Veno. The core Veno they're a little shaky on.
Yeah. Well, people don't build BKBs in NA as well.
Right.
Aye. That's true, actually.
Cyclopzz getting excited.
Arrow does not connect onto the Wyvern, narrowly misses. She's flying. She's gonna break some trees and reveal herself, but
Baby Rage.
Oh, Cyclopzz. Baby Cyclopzz.
Is that what you sounded like when you were a baby?
That's what he sounded like when he was sleeping in the closet.
Oh.
they find Moonmeander yet again. He casts the Venomous Gale though, so this is a slow Bloodseeker. The TPs are coming in. 1437 gets the vision, but they're going to try to turn it. Rupture comes onto the Veno after Maiden already dies. Eclipse comes through, but it doesn't really do very much, and Bacarino does not have Ravage available for another minute. Jamesy's on the run. Ajit has another Lucent Beam. Connects it, goes through the raindrop, and the right click finishes him off.
I love this rotation from Ajit.
Yeah.
You take the top tower, so there's no point in being up there. It's already going to get pressured. All of a sudden, you're free to go bot and make a move. A lot of the time, a carry will just sit in the lane that they took the tower.
What a ward placement to cut off a potential escape for Tidehunter.
Ooh, in your drain.
Does he have Ravage?
No,
He does not have Ravage.
Been down for another minute still.
Biggest issue with this hero, man, is the cooldown on that spell.
Yeah, I mean that's you get tossed in just to kill a solo Venomancer. So that means for the next 2 minutes they're like, all right, well, I mean,
Right.
I don't have to worry about that.
And you lose your top tower, so the Luna has no reason to not be down here. So now you're dealing with 2 cores, and there's no way that you can have 2 cores in your lane and not have Ravage to fight them. You know, like the only way that you kill them is with Ravage. Otherwise, you just lose the second tower because you lost one. That's the power of getting the first tower in Dota and making the first move.
Avalanche, but the comeback from In Your Dream, he was faking it, the toss retreat, but it just gives him another path into Wyvern, who takes a bunch of damage. And Bakurino immediately has to back out just after coming into this lane. Another Venomous Scale cast. Lee Feng gets cut off again. Moonmeander is not letting these people go into the jungle. Big movement in by In Your Dream, perhaps a little bit too greedy. Gets hit with a solo Ravage. Ajit will just TP away after getting ruptured. And Venomancer has nothing to worry about as the Rupture cast has already been spent on that Luna.
Expensive defense, though. All 3 cores from the side of Admiral on the bot lane. And the mid tower actually gets taken by the Elder Titan. So Tiger is just making extremely good movements, and Luna didn't TP to base. Luna TP'd straight to top to pressure that lane out. I know I keep saying this with Tigers, but it's like little movements like this that are the difference between a tier 1 team and a tier 2 team.
Yes.
It's the fact that this Luna is not going back to base, so there's this pressure on the top lane, which means that the next fight is going to be easier because somebody's going to have to respond to this pressure. They're just playing so fast. Their decisions are just that much better.
In Southeast Asia, we define tier 1 and tier S. Yeah, there are one above tier 1 too. Like tier
You think
S rank?
Tigers are tier S?
No, I think Tigers.
Fnatic is obviously tier S.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think Tigers has serious potential to be tier S.
Yeah.
Speaking of tier
Very
S,
close.
what teams in C would you even consider as tier S?
Fnatic.
Oh yeah,
PNC.
this Jaws theme all right. Arrow connects into the Echo Stomp. Not even necessary. The Earth Splitter will finish off the Bloodseeker. Didn't see it coming at all. Moonlight Shadow is not even leveled yet. They use the smoke.
Let's take a look at the network then.
Ah yes, excellent proposition.
Which,
Oh,
we're
no.
already going to do, of course.
Absolutely, Moon Meander also is going to go straight down. That hood will not prevent you from all the physical damage and the double damage and the death pack damage of this Clinks.
Is there a better hero with double damage than Clinks? There's very few. Tiny's pretty good.
Tiny's pretty good.
Terrorblade is pretty good.
Terrablade's pretty good.
High base damage heroes, basically.
Yeah. Well, yeah, ones who build like a lot of like their own stat.
This early in the game, though, Clinks is just so scary.
Yeah.
240 damage, 200 something damage. How do you even deal with that? One of the big issues with Clinks now with the nerfs is that he has to constantly send out clarities, which obviously uses the courier, and even then, like, you're just having clarities to maintain your searing arrows. Like, you'll still be at 0 mana, you know? This hero's
White
definitely
Shadow
fallen
has
off.
been leveled, but Ravage is available in 2 seconds. But there's a big movement coming in. Curse comes in to make sure the Maiden can't disable the Wyvern, but the Echo Stump will connect into the arrow, almost finishes off the Wyvern, but In Your Dream will have to commit a little bit further. Ravage comes out, connects onto the Maiden and to the Ruptured Luna. Zephyr gonna go in. She doesn't need to move. It doesn't matter. Crystal Maiden will just stand there and kill everyone.
Man. I don't know. Tiny and Clinks just aren't there. Tiny has no TP, and Clinks just didn't want to show up to that. So that's it's interesting that they like expend the Ravage for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like typically in, I mean, if you're defending your own jungle, like typically you're not going to want to do it as 3 or 2. You want to be together as 4, and then have one person rotate in with a TP or something like that. But
Right.
when Tiny doesn't have a TP, it's not possible. So Clinks just says, "Screw it, I'm going to let you die." But then using the Ravage, that's arguably the worst thing that happened in that engagement.
It was a half-hearted effort.
Right.
Well, we gotta haste it up Tiny. He sees Zephyr, but the wards see him first. And actually quite a bit of damage on Venomancer from the Blood Right.
Nice cut from the Tiny. I really like this play. He's been so annoying, actually.
Yeah, 1437 actually TP's back to the tier 1, trying to interrupt this peskiness. All things considered, though, this Tiny is still kind of broke right now.
He's pretty broke, yeah. But he's level 10. He's actually almost the same level as the Tidehunter. Same level as the Clinks, too. He's kind of a core at this point. Then again, his team's not doing all that hot, so.
Shrine activated, smoke activated,
Oh, blink on the Tiny. They're doing this without Ravage, though, so.
And they find the Venomancer instantly with that blink initiation. Rupture not even necessary to spend, nor is the Winter's Curse. So they're working with an advantage now. 4v5. 1.37 may have stuck around a little bit too long just to do some dewarding. But the buyback on Venomancer. Ajit has Eclipse level 12 ready to go if he wants. The stun of the arrow into the Echo Stomp. Tiny trying to move in, but he's so slow with this Venomancer buyback. The toss not going to do enough as he dies to the Earth Splitter. Veno gets the ulti off, connects onto the Clinks and... Or just the Clink. Or no, just
neither,
the Wyvern,
yeah.
actually.
It didn't connect on either.
Oh, wow. Well, that actually sucks. Then
It's
doesn't matter, though. The arrow...
speed, man.
That's true. They expand radius.
It's
The
so
arrow
slow.
hit the Centaur. Veno's going to die back, but Clinks will die in exchange. It may be worth it. Ajit still going with this Mask of Madness. Zephyr gets cursed, but there's not much follow-up. The Bloodright
He's so tanky.
only going to connect onto the Elder Titan. Lucent Beam used. They're fighting from high ground to low ground, and In Your Dream wants to take advantage of that. Bakarina's going to go down to the leap attack speed. And Zephyr thinking about casting another Spirit.
Man,
And he
are
gets
they really going
stopped.
to defend this? I mean, there's 3 of them.
But he has Thirst stacks. They really want to do something with it.
Dude, I feel like this is how you just
Lose.
lose the game.
Yeah.
Can we still switch items in our backpack when we
Yes, when
stuck
you're
in
cursed.
Yeah.
Winter Curse?
Yeah.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, if you are ever
Yeah.
Winter's Curse and you have high damage items as a carry or something, immediately put them in your backpack and put them back into your inventory.
Did he do
It
that?
makes no sense that that's
I don't know
allowed.
if he did it.
Don't
That's
you
your
think
job,
that
analyst.
if you're
I mean, I didn't
stunned-
see that. That's pretty sweet. I had no idea that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I
You
knew,
didn't know?
I knew you could do that, but I just didn't.
TC did that in TI8.
That's sick. I mean, I just
Yeah.
didn't. It's one of those things you just don't like piece together.
TC did that in TI8, and then I was waiting, okay, this bug will be fixed soon. I get that's a
Yeah.
bug. But
And it's still not fixed.
Because
seems
because
like
immediately the items are unavailable,
Correct.
so you're just immediately losing
Yeah.
damage, dude. That's super sick.
yeah, and then it seems like WoW just don't want to fix it, so I assume that, well, WoW just want it to be like small technique skills.
I mean,
no, that's not even a small technique skill.
I mean,
you
it
know?
kind of seems like one of those things you'll just do it every time.
a lot of these things are based on the fact of how strong a hero is, and Wyvern seems to be competitively good as Moonmeander gets ruptured, willing to walk away
Nice
as the
arrow.
arrow connects into the blade mail. Moonmeander does not want to walk any further. The Ravage about to come out, gets interrupted by the Frostbite, but not long enough. This is a thirsty Bloodseeker, but he doesn't get the kill before he dies first, so no thirst regen into the frost, whatever, freezing field. Toss cancels it, but not quickly enough as Bloodseeker and Venomancer are still the only casualties right now. Rior absorbing a lot of right clicks and the Earth Splitter inside of that Cold Embrace.
Oh, wow.
Where's the Clinks at during this whole time? Oh, he's split pushing. He's getting the mid tower. No, never mind.
Glyphed.
That is not a constructive use of his time.
I kind of worry about Team Admiral because just now, even though it wasn't a great ultimate from Venomancer, they still lost a fight near the shrine on the bottom.
Yeah.
Oh, they know where he is.
They
Imagine
find him.
if
They are going to interrupt that Echo Stomp cast. Arrow is down, but it doesn't matter. They have enough
Surprise,
damage.
motherfucker!
That's what I'm talking about.
You
Moonlight
know,
Shadow, it's
you know
nice.
what's surprising to me? The fact that Tiny has the status resist, so you stun him and it's just gone instantly.
Yep.
And then the Tide has the Kraken Shell, so he's just dispelling stuns all the time. How frustrating is that to play against these heroes? And then Clinks just presses the strafe and he's just disjoining everything.
That's true.
It's like, can I cast my
can't touch these
spells on you
people.
people? Come on. It's ridiculous.
Starting to finish off this mid-tier 2 that they've worked on.
BKB on Clink, so if there's any point that they look to fight, it's probably right now. Otherwise, they're going to lose a lot of towers. 6k gold lead, but it honestly feels like it's quite a bit more, just because I think Tiger's lineup has a lot better synergy in the team fights. Elder Titan, plus the Crystal Maiden, plus the Venomancer ulti. Then you have the right clicks of the Mirana with the Lunar Blessing. Like, these heroes just all pair really, really nicely together if it's a 5-on-5 engagement. That's like the awkward thing when you pick these big team fight heroes that can kind of only do that. If you just have better team fight on the enemy team, the game feels very hopeless until you get like some refresher shard or some some item that makes it a lot easier for you to fight, some power spike. But if it's just an even game, like you just can't win the fights unless you do something miraculous.
Try to rely on vision, I suppose.
Yeah, that's always a play. It's like the whole idea of like the Batrider Nightstalker being so good in the late game. Has nothing to do with their damage. It's just the fact that you have all this vision and initiation.
Well, there's a Moonlight Shadow up.
God, Moonmeander has giant balls. Giant Canadian balls. Look at those.
Well, maybe they're a little bit too big as he knows gets soloed on the Tiny in the Clinks. And he's going to die to the Gush. Li Feng trying to get out, and he's going to survive with the Cold Embrace. He's taking quite a bit of magic damage from the Venom still, but it's not going to be enough. The Curse can prevent that Luna from moving forward. So he's not going to be able to get that many more procs from the Eclipse, but it's enough of time to buy a sleep onto that Tidehunter, and the two most status-resistant people are going to die.
Damn, I just realized that the Echo Stomp, if you use all the Veno spells on somebody with the Echo Stomp, it won't wake them up, because they all are damage over time, and they don't go over 200 damage.
But it'll eventually wake them up.
No.
200 damage from, what, how many seconds is the Echo Stomp?
No, it's 200 damage in a single instance.
Oh, right.
Like it's actually ridiculous. True. You could just let the Veno like slowly tick them down and then kill them at the end of the stomp. The Astral Spirit on top of the fight with the Veno ulti was just doing so much damage.
Yeah, the Veil's not even necessary.
Right.
He just went straight Hood on the Yule's defensive items on his Veno.
You never realize in the game how much Natural Order actually does. I wish there was some stats on that, because I'm 100% sure that it's a lot. And then also, you have two Agi heroes. You have 15 armor on the Bloodseeker, and then 16 armor on the Clinks. It's going to be completely nullified. Like, the Clinks is going to have 2 armor in these fights.
If the Titan is standing on
If the Titan, yeah, or the Spirit.
The Spirit's only the magic resistance.
Is it?
Yeah, the hero himself has the armor reduction. It used to be the other way around, and that's when ET was super top tier.
Damn, dude, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Can you return the Spirit? I want to read the spell. Come on, dude.
No, just hover over the Natural Order. As we get a Moonlight Shadow,
the armor reduction is centered around the hero. The magic. Okay, so you have to actually run the hero.
It used to be the other way around.
Dude, this hero's so complicated, man.
Those were dark days.
Doesn't Earth Splitter have like a magic component too,
yeah,
and
both.
then
it's
physical?
Half physical, half magical.
Why is this so confusing?
Because he's from the Earth. He's from the world.
He's just been running away from the Spirit for the past like 2 minutes while we're talking about this. Like the Spirit just came back to him.
Well, he's about to come on to this Tidehunter. He does actually not cast the Echo Stomp. Moonmeander going in with the Venom Scale just eats everything from his Clinks. He was not activated his BKB yet. He's still holding on to it.
My God.
Ah, my God, he's gonna die most likely. No, he cancels his TP anyway. I don't know why he waited so long to activate his BKB. Now Bakarina's gonna go to sleep, gonna get arrowed by the Mirana. Kraken Chill gets activated by that connection, so he doesn't even get unstunned by it. And he's gonna die.
I just wish that every time that Moonmeander goes in and releases his ultimate, his teammate was just right after him.
Hey man, who cares, dude? You go in on Veno, you ulti, you die. You're chill with that. That's why I got the Yule. She's gonna keep himself alive for a little bit longer.
No, I mean they just come in quicker.
Oh yeah, like and actually finish.
Yeah, sometimes they even though they can kill, but it took them so long to just kill the other two that was infected by the Venom ultimate.
Yeah, I definitely agree. They definitely could have maybe not save him, but they could kill a lot quicker. He's a little far behind to be saved, though, I think. Like, he doesn't have the items for it. He needs some sort of armor items, which it looks like he's going for, like, the Crimson Guard next or something. He has a casual buckler at the very least.
You know what I think about that Venomancer kind of play? Have you ever played Red Alert? They are one country with the, Libya.
It was the Ukrainians.
No, it's Libya.
Oh, yeah, Libya, you're
My
right.
truck is Ross. And then you gotta drive that truck into, hey, man, how's it going?
This.
Boom.
Dude,
and then everything just turns green.
Those trucks are very tiny also, just like Venomancer. They look harmless.
Yeah.
And then they do massive AoE damage.
It's not look harmless. You know, it's actually got some, like, nuclear sign on that truck.
Yeah, but the unit itself had, like, a really small hitbox kind of thing. It wasn't like a Kirov or something like that. Yule's up onto... Oh, man, it's so much combo.
They always say like the truck is lost and it's an adventure.
You know this this Elder Titan actually.
Remember.
Speaking of combo, ignoring this stupid red alert shit.
How dare you?
The Elder Titan Mirana combo. That's also something. Setting up for the arrow.
Yeah, and they
Just such a free setup. This is actually just such a nice draft from 1437.
they have multiple Yuleses as well. So
Right. Like there's so much synergy between these heroes. I feel like if Moon was having a better game, this would be like a complete utter stomp. It's already pretty good, but he's been not having a great time on this Veno, to say the absolute least. 4-11. Don't think he needs to die this much.
Not going to spot out the Clinks who gets out. Moonlight Shadow. Probably just going to be used to get a better position on this tier 2 push, which is the last outer tower remaining for Dire. And a Butterfly plus BKB completed on this Luna.
That's a scary hero, man. I don't know what you do to kill her at this point. You need to like kill everybody else first and then take her out last. With you can definitely use her to Winner's Curse. Although her glaives will kill the enemies with the Winner's Curse, right?
So glaives, I believe, are disabled because they're attacking an ally. So I don't think they bounce.
You sure? What if there's like enemies around?
So most passes are coded to not work on allies, and so my guess would be whenever a right click from Luna connects to an ally, it's like, oh, this is an ally, don't proc glaive. But I'm not 100% sure.
We'll see, hopefully. I think the Wyvern's probably looking to curse somebody around the Luna, just because she does so much damage.
Yeah, I think so.
You can put like Veno passive on your ally.
BKB solo on In Your Dream, but they have no BKB cancel except for the Winner's Curse, which is going to come out. Leap is available, but he's going to kill himself with the Rupture if he does it. But Moon Meander's coming in, and the Earth Splitter on 3 brings him into an Echo Stomp. Moon Meander plus the Freezing Field kills Bacarino, who didn't even get to Ravage. Li Feng on the run, has his Blink Dagger back soon, but it doesn't matter because he has so many Veno DOTs, and he's going to die. Quick convergence onto their Mirana, who died.
That combination of Freezing Field and Eclipse is lethal. It took so much damage.
Plus the Astral Aura too.
Yeah, it's crazy. Can't even stand there unless you have a BKB.
They really need a Lincoln Sphere of one of these heroes. The Bloodseeker Rupture is one of the few things that's keeping Admiral in the game. It's a lot of...
Echo Stomp connection. Jamesy, I don't know about this Moon Meander. Yules is up, but where's his team? His team is down here.
They ditched him. That's good though.
Yeah.
Discipline.
Well, I mean, it's good from his team. It's Venom Master decision making.
Hey, you know, whatever. It's not the worst. I've seen so.
Oh, what a read from Zephyr! Wow, he almost got that, but he didn't. But it doesn't matter because he Yules him. Can't dodge that with a strafe, and he's gonna run away.
Oh, the Yules. I just realized a big reason that they have so many Yule Scepters is... Wait, how many Yule? 2 Yule Scepters, yeah. So many Yule Scepters is to purge the strafe.
Right.
When you have 4 ranged heroes, you definitely want some sort of purge for that.
Li Feng gets spotted out. They want to pick up runes. He gets put to sleep. They're going to pick up the rune and then re-engage. If anyone else comes, 1-4-3-7. Gets the Frostbite. Doesn't last very long because it's already a level 16 Tiny. He's on the run. Gets a 3-man Avalanche. The Frost Nova, Crystal Nova, whatever, getting Vision. And they're going to get the kill.
Mirana's a pretty good hero, man. I don't know how you guys feel about this hero. I feel like it's pretty good.
Man, I was about to say that Mirana was so fun to watch and play since they changed from like one big leap
to
into
3.
like 2-3.
Yeah.
Whenever the Ag Scepter build was popular, I got very tired of her.
So
Because she
did
was
I.
in literally every single game.
Yeah.
And then she fell off for a little bit, and now I'm kind of okay with seeing her. Earth Splitter, gonna connect both the auras onto that Wyvern, means that she has no armor, no magic resistance, and will go down.
The thing with a lot of these nerfed heroes is that everything else is getting nerfed too, so like Mirana's good by virtue of everything else
Veno is
sucking.
taking so much damage from this tier 3 tower, activates the Crimson Guard. Bacarino really does not want to have to Ravage just for a Venomancer himself.
You know what item would be pretty good on Moon, given how he's playing? A Force Staff.
I was thinking Aeon Disc.
Yeah.
But if he just uses the Aeon, he's just going to die after it pops, you know?
Yeah, but hopefully he buys enough time. But he keeps baiting for his team. Rupture comes in on Aja. He has a Satanic available. And he's going to go in onto this Rax. He does not have anything like an Aegis, though. He gets Yulesed up on the Venomancer. Detection comes out. 1 right click, 2 right click. They're chasing him down. Arrow, though. Oh. It's a bait. Jamesy gets attacked, but the toss of the tree grab, Jamesy gonna die. Klinkz trying to finish off this Elder Titan. 2 Starstorm's gonna connect, and everyone's so low, but the Bloodseeker's already dead. It doesn't matter. Freezing Field comes out, but the Moon Meander's gonna get connected by Tidehunter, who ravages immediately. Heroes are low. Echo Stomp going to get comboed into the arrow yet again. Tiny dies. Bacarino on the run. Has nothing really available. Wishes he could kill the Mirana, but the range is too far away with his Dragon Lance. And 4 heroes go down for the cost of 2. Buyback on the Tidehunter. Gets Yulesed up. Does not have anything like a blink, so he's just going to have to live with that.
Man, once again, Tigers make this call to take high ground even though there's no Aegis or anything like that. Like, they just know that that's a point where they're strong enough to fight. And sure, they lose the Luna at the start without the Satanic, but they know that even with the Luna dying, they can still fight.
I think they could have done better by let that Luna push top first, because Luna is the kind of hero that can, when the other forces push mid, Luna top alone can just only take you around like 10 or 15 seconds to take the barracks. I think they should have pushed 2-way together now.
I mean, totally in retrospect, of course, it's a very hard call to make in the game, but I think the play is just to take the tower, because they knew that it was free and that it would take a huge committal to fight them. But the moment you take the tower, the Rax is in a little bit deeper. So you actually have to commit a little bit farther, and the enemy team is not giving up their position to fight you as much as they would to defend the tier 3, because the back line has to come a little closer. The front line has to come a little closer. All of a sudden, it's a lot easier to go on you. So I think take the tower and then just go take the shrines. But obviously, that's in retrospect. When you have a Luna, it's like you take the tower. It's so tempting to go for those racks because the glaives, you know.
But I can see what Xyclopzz is saying with the split push capabilities, because Luna is so incredibly stacked. No one hero can deal with her. You have to send 2 heroes, and the Tidehunter can't go because he needs to ravage the rest of the 4 heroes. Klinkz can't go because he's the main damage. Bloodseeker can't go because he's the wave push with Bloodright. So if the Admiral team has to worry about 2 lanes at once, surely one of them is going to take a tier 3 with a much less commitment.
I'd be pretty scared if I was Tigers to like split up my team like that when they're at an advantage. Like, I think they're strong enough that they can just 5-man. If anybody's going to be doing that, I think it's the Mirana, because he can actually get to the fight and he can survive with the leaps. Yeah. But yeah, I definitely think that's always like an available play. But when you're ahead, that's a tough decision to make, because all you need to do is just flowchart Dota and you'll probably win the game. You know, get Aegis, take high ground.
I watched your video yesterday and kind of like, because when you explain things in flowchart.
Yeah,
you've been watching some Jenkins Dota?
He's been watching
Dota Alchemy or something. I was like, I want to be good in mid lane, so it was like, I watched a video called "How to be good like Sumail in mid lane." I kind of like that actually.
You learn a thing or two?
All right. I'm glad, dude. That melts my heart.
Li Feng thought he could get a blink out, but he gets canceled by a Lucent Beam into an Echo Stomp. Klinkz is in the area, but he's just going to watch this Tiny die.
He tries to TP out.
Straight BKB charge for that.
That was interesting, for sure. He's just trying to get it down to the 5-second BKB.
Lower cooldown.
Oh, wait, no, it doesn't do that anymore.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't do that anymore. You're right.
Whoops. I used to do that on Brood all the time, like try to intentionally BKB, so because on Brood you want to take these little skirmishes like with your ulti, right? It's like you want to fight more. You want to fight more often. Blow somebody up, get out, blow somebody up, get out, but now it's just, you know, straight 70 seconds. Surprisingly, people are going for BKB more since that change.
Yeah.
The 10 seconds is
activated. They're actually going for the Rax that does not have the tier 3 already claimed, but they take it anyway. Aegis is still up and running on Ajit.
This is some nice positioning from Tigers.
These glaives are bouncing everywhere.
Although Moon's got to be careful.
Bacarino does have a Blink Decker completed on this Tidehunter now.
They're spam pinging Moon. I can see them spam pinging Moon. He's so far up. Now his position's really nice.
Rupture comes in onto the Mirana. Klinkz is looking for a wrap, but there's so many dire sentries in the area. 2 Rax is claimed, uncontested right now. The base in shambles just by virtue of glaives all over the place. They may have to curse or something, otherwise they're going to get mega'd.
Oh, arrow on the tide, that's huge.
Avalanche into the toss. They get the Aegis claimed. Earth Splitter coming in. BKB activated by Mirana. Li Feng taking way too much damage. He's going to die. Ravage comes out. Veno will die, Ajit on the run, still has Satanic available, as well as BKB. Leap out, Wonder Kid's gonna escape. Ajit gonna think about activating his Satanic soon. Hasn't done it yet. Glaive's bouncing everywhere, and Curse is not available.
Ooh, I'd be totally tempted to make this play too. Just take their axe. You have Luna.
Oh my god, this Wyvern is getting shredded by the Glaives into the arrow, buffed up by that Natural Order aura. And Satanic is still available. No, it's not. He used it on something. Doesn't matter. Freezing Field's available. 1437 becoming the true hard carry, and 4 heroes are dead now for Admiral. It's all up to this Clinks against Megas. At least he'll get a lot of death pack damage, but it doesn't matter because he's gonna GG and pad his stats a little bit.
Ended in one push.
Marana feeds right at the end. You know, maybe if he didn't make plays like that.
That's why he's ranked number 2.
Yeah. What is he thinking?
I like the lanes. How they place a hero, because normally we thought that okay, Mirana, that Luna is gonna be in the same place, but then they put that
Yeah, they
Moonbender in and just play like a Libyan truck, making space for that Luna farming on the dangerous lane. Kind of like that creativity.
He keeps doing this in games where he's playing so absurdly aggressive to the point where it kind of looks like he's feeding, but. I mean, obviously that's intentional. Like they think that that's a good way to play, to play for your offlaner right now.
Well,
it's like the sentries thing. Like it looks silly, but
right.
it's a premeditated. Like this is how you should play. And obviously, maybe he should die less. Like there's ways he can do that without dying so much. There's maybe items he can build that he's gonna stay alive while doing that. Maybe heroes, but.
Yeah, I think heroes is the main thing because he plays.
Veno's good for that.
Veno's good for it. His axe has been good for it. His Monkey King is not good for it.
I don't think so. Yeah.
So the playstyle is well appreciated, but there's a time and a place for it, and you can't apply it to every single hero that you play. But
for sure.
Regardless, Tigers comes out on top. Most likely the expected result. Don't know if we. Yes, we do. Production. Can we hit up? No, wait, this is the NA one. I'll show the current standings for Southeast Asia, so people can get a lay of the land for where we are right now in this bracket, as it is day 5. And right now, we see so there are 2 things. So this isn't, again, updated. TNC Predator will not be participating in the Phase 2 of this. It's just going to be Fnatic.
Top 3.
So the top 3 will be green. So far, Clutch Gamers and Detonator obviously looking strong.
Both teams looking really good.
Tigers, we thought would look pretty strong, but then again, they've had pretty rough matchups. They 2-0'd Execration, which is currently the bottom contestant. They tied against SGD, which was probably the most surprising result. SGD was looking surprisingly good yesterday in that matchup, and then they lost against Clutch Gamers, which was the best. But now they have a solid 1-0 victory over Admiral, and we'll see if they can turn into a 2-0 or if Admiral will come back, as Admiral has only had 1 series. They've only played against Clutch Gamers.
I think my top 3 for this are Clutch, Detonator, and Tigers.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys. Some of these other teams look like they have like, you know, sparks of greatness, but with Tigers, there's just consistently good decision making as a team, and I'm finding it like incredibly impressive. I think we've seen some decisions that they've made that not a single other team in this tournament would be capable of making. And that's not like a hit to any of the teams in this tournament. That's just 1437 or whoever's making those calls being very, very good at captaining a Dota team. Like impressively good. Certain things where like other teams would lose if they don't make that call, you know?
But we did see some upsets. You know, they took games off of teams that we didn't expect were going to take any games. I mean, no one expected Sterling Global Dragons to take any. I want to say I didn't expect them to take that many games. I think they took one off of Tigers yesterday. They took one off of Tigers.
Yeah.
They also took one. Who else did they take games off of? You've got the thing over there.
It was Execration.
Execration as well.
Yeah.
So, and then also, let's not forget EVOS. I mean, EVOS, they have moments of brilliance, and then they also have disasters. So.
Well, we'll see what Admiral can bring out in the next game, as we're going to cut to a quick break, but we will come back with the second game of the series in just a moment.